Well, I suck at documenting things, so this is going to be like my 5,000th attempt at documenting some of the crap that I do. I'm working on my, the conversion is from 2012. U-joint did it. It's my 7.3 Power Stroke ambulance. It's on a E450 chassis. It's 1999. So as it sits now, I believe, and I've looked through the receipts, it's almost exactly as it was received from U-joint. They did a pretty good job on the roof rack. I'm going to keep that. I'm not completely sure on the back, but this is where I'm starting now. So this is the battery bank and the inverter. Obviously stuff's changed in the last decade, so I'm gonna do some updating here and see how it goes. I guess I should probably document the whole thing. So right now I have three, I assume, 100 amp hour batteries. I can't see them, haven't taken them out yet. They're completely dead. They just have been uncharged and drained for too long. We'll start on this. I'm gonna try now, and I'm not the best. I understand 12 volt system a little bit. I'm deleting a lot of the original system in here. You got it, son? I'm deleting a lot of the system in here. It currently has the existing ambulance wiring in it. So to keep from future parasitic draws and issues, I'm gonna delete anything that's not being used. So I think in order to get that done, I need to make sure that my house 12 volt system has a charge in it. This is my first ambulance, by the way. I do understand that the house bank and the starting bank are a separate but also continuous system because the ambulance was meant to be running and not as the house banks to be, I guess, ran without the motor running. But still, I'm gonna have the motor running, but I will put a battery back there as I'm testing this stuff, just because I don't understand the system. So I'm gonna try to get it to as, I guess, operational as possible. That way, as I'm deleting things out of it, I guess the existing system is running. So here we go. What's up, Joe?
What's up?
So first issue, haven't even started anything. So testing the, what I assume or presume is the house batteries, as these aren't the starting batteries. The truck is running, as you can hear. No power anywhere. I like to start with the simplest fixes first, like, is my voltmeter working? So I tested the starting batteries, and I have 14 volts at the starting battery. So maybe somewhere in here is a house bank switch. So again, trying to fix things the easiest, I'm going to start with the last owner. So I'm going to end this and give him a call, or end this clip and give him a call and see if somewhere is a switch in order to turn on the house bank or to power the house bank. So the guy I bought this off of wasn't the original guy that had the conversion done. I think he bought it from that guy, and even that I'm not fully sure. I picked it up in Texas. The guy that I bought it from has been completely transparent the whole time. So if I complain about it, I just want to be very clear that the guy that I bought it from, I mean, he literally like took it and had a tune up and had it, the motor side of it gone through before I picked it up. And I drove it from Texas to Alabama with 0 problems. So right now we're trying to figure out why there's no juice coming from the alternator to the house bank. I called him because that's always going to be my, first step, is seeing if maybe he forgot to tell me something. So he does not remember there being a Perco switch or a fuse or whatever, but I'm going to go start looking for it. So that's where we're at now. Still day one. So that's where I left off. This is where I'm at. I'm in a ambulance group conversion on Facebook. I don't know if you're going to be able to hear me. So here, I'm testing everything here. Here, everything has got juice to it. So this side of this thing that is labeled select has power. This side does not. So I'm going to assume, but I don't know for sure. So I'm going to ask somebody that is smarter than me, or at least that knows more about it than me. Maybe I have to turn that on, or maybe that's not good. It needs to be replaced. So spend our time here. I'm going to post that question in that group, and then maybe after dinner I'll have an answer. So I'm in here working in the electrical cabinet. I got a little label maker, so I'm kind of labeling everything. L1's the exterior red lights. L2 was unhooked, but I learned it was these lights. Then I hear something motorized coming from this corner, so I stick my head out, try to figure out what's going on. I know there's an awning out there, so I'm wondering if maybe the awning's opening. I was told it was electric. He never got it to work, so he's always used that rod. So I'm like, my wife was standing here, so I asked her if the awning was opening. She said no, and I look up and the max air fan was opening up. So completely on its own. It opened up, and then I went back to the back box out of curiosity, and I have power. Sorry about the ugly kid. He takes after his dad, so it is what it is. Sorry, world. But so I went to the electrical box around the outside and tested it, and it's getting power now. So I don't know what's going on. That's worse than fixing it, I think, because I don't know why it wasn't working. So back to the drawing board. Maybe there's some grounds down here. I was cutting all these zip ties so I can have access to this. So maybe it had a loose ground. It looks like there's ground here and then a positive there. Maybe I wasn't paying attention and kicked a loose ground and reconnected it. I'm not sure, but that's where I'm at now. So day one, this is what we got. We've got a couple things marked. L1, thank you, son. L1 are the exterior emergency lights. This was the wigwag controller. I have a little label maker, so I try to label things. I'm using red tape, my own red tape. There's no other really red tape in here. Yeah, no. I just unplugged it to mark my all-time hot wires. And then I have some blue tape and some white tape. And I don't want to use black tape to mark negatives because oftentimes there's repairs made with black electrical tape. So I'll use my white electrical tape as I don't see anything in here. That will mark the grounds. And then brown tape, which I got to go buy, is just going to mark the stuff we're going to cut them out. Brown like duty. So L2, this was unhooked. We learned that it runs these lights up here. This we got power going to. This controls the max air fan, which is on now. We can turn it off from here. You know what? Does it come in on its own? No, it doesn't. Anyways, and then we got the refrigerator working, which, apparently the refrigerator's tied into here as well. Sorry about the pet in the background. That's ugly kid Joe. Takes after his dad. Sorry world, I did what I could. So that's weird. I wonder why they would have wired in. That's not something I did. Oh, there we go. I'm looking at the wrong screen. Are you making faces at the video, Joe? No. That's just what you look like. So Yeah, that's weird. The refrigerator is wired in with the max air fan. That's not something we did. This is all still original to at least what I believe or am told, to the original U-joint conversion. So maybe they just had this on. Maybe this was like a on for the motorhome, and then they used the switches up here to control the max air fan because it also has switches up there. So we're gonna isolate things. I hate ghost draws and trying to figure out what went wrong when things go wrong. So we're actually gonna try to get rid of almost everything in here. If we're not using it, it's gone. This controls the box locks. So it was not working. It just had a loose ground. It had loose power. So I wasn't even getting to that part, but then accidentally, as I was cutting stuff off, I noticed it sparked, so I tightened it down and fixed the box locks, so the box automatic locks. So I'm opening some of these up now. It looks like some of them are airlines. They feel hollow. There is some lettering on some of them don't have indicators. Later on when I get to it, I'm very ADD, so I have a hard time finishing what I start. I kind of jump around, so I'm gonna do my best to try to be non-ADD in this. We do got power going to the batteries, which you cannot see. Thank you, Joe's my light man. Thank you, Boom Man Joe. So the outside house batteries, we got power going to that. We got the inverter coming on. It wasn't doing that before. We got the water pump coming on. You can hear it. We can hear it in the background. So water pump's working. Inverter switch, maybe it's working. I'll have to get out and look at it. Still don't have the awnings retracting, but I do hear, not the back side of the awning switch, but somewhere up here is a solenoid. So I'm gonna have to power that solenoid next. So that's it. Later. Say bye, Joe.
Bye.
Bye. All right. Day one.
Uno.
Day one. You want to go inside and play some Fortnite?
Let's see what we can do.
Let's see what we can do. Love you, son.